My name is Heather Swain. Philadelphia has always been my home. Life was good until it happened. I'm friends with a cybernetic enhanced human-like frog created to save Earth. Nobody appreciated or understood him, but I did. We were good friends who enjoyed hanging out with a bucket from the chicken fry. Just me, Cyber Frog, and his very large brother, Salamandroid. Until the invasion hit. They rained from the sky. These space invader giant hornets attacked everyone, killing more than could stay alive, and covered the earth with giant blood honey hives. They can't fly near trees, so we hid in the woods, burning endless fires to keep them away, wearing red so they can't see and kill us all. The last time I saw Cyber Frog, he told me he'd track me down, but it's been decades, and there's been no sign of him. Yet I can't shake the feeling he is not gone. I believe he will return again. We need Cyber Frog and his brother Salamandroid to return and fight off these invaders, to take back our wrecked planet so we can live without fear. If you see my friend Cyber Frog, tell him I need him. We need him to save the world. This is Cyber Frog Wrecked Planet. Join the fight.
Growing up can be rough. It isn't always easy to make friends. Sometimes I feel alone. But then I met Barnaby and learned the truth about all cats on Earth, that they need my help. But the bullies are trying to stop our fun. Together with the Starlight Cats, I can collect all the jewels, so the Great Merlion will rise again.
Crikey! Evil alien rats, called the Berrican, live to devour all life forms. In this action-adventure graphic novel, Rebecca is swept up with the Starlight Cats into an intergalactic conflict. Together, they have to find the power to stop the Berricans, who are determined to conquer Earth. Only Rebecca and this elite team of cosmic-powered felines can summon the magic needed to end this universal infestation. This is Starlight Cats Book 1, Merlion Rising. Back this project today on Back Me Bro. Oi! That really stings.
Bring them all in darkness and bind them. I said, one nigga rule them all and one nigga lawsuit trying to fuck with someone's business.
Did you accuse him of starting that lawsuit?
No.
Prior to him tweeting that?
No.
No?
No.
You didn't say that he and Vito were behind that?
No.
I think your timeline might be off on that one, brother.
No, I think your timeline might be off on that one because if
Very well.
Good Shepherd is alleging that we have had unauthorized use of their trademark. Outside of the given context, most of what I'm about to say isn't even aimed at the people that filed the lawsuit. The internet is an interesting place. We make fun of each other, and we can do that. We can make our gripes known, and we can dislike others. This is something that every individual is free to do. But I'd like to think that there's a line that shouldn't be crossed when it comes to initiating conflict. What we have right now is a textbook example of gay ops. There's more than likely some reference to me before, but a fat person by the name of Vito really ramped up his public hatred of me at the launch of the Rippaverse last year. Since then, very frequently, this person has made a point to speak negatively about me and this company. Oddly enough, his friend joined in.
This is what I mean by gay ops, right? This person, the same dude, is trying to instigate a third party, to do something and like suing us and all that and trying to kind of instigate and encourage. So when you are trying to actively, and you've admitted it multiple times, destroy people's pocket, and not by some like shame, this is well beyond it. Now we're talking about lawfare, bro. I wouldn't be so foolish as to do that.
So Dick and Vito didn't do this then?
I don't know.
You don't know now?
No, I don't know. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Potentially. Nonetheless,
you're gonna sit here. You're gonna sit here and honestly fucking say maybe now.
That's
like you don't know.
What did I? You want to watch the video now, Nick? Because I never explicitly say that it is that was what it was that they did. What I will say is that again, the guy that sent that goofy ass email that tried to again gay op his way into kind of a lawsuit. Someone took.
Yeah, everybody! Woo! Let's go!
I was like, good gracious, ass bodacious, flirtatious, trying to show patience. I'm waiting for the right time to shoot my steez, waiting for the right time to flash them keys. And I'm leaving, please believe in, me and the rest of my heathens. Checking out a lock at the top of the four seasons. Penthouse, rooftop, birds I'm feeding.
Oh, shit. Folks, hello, it's Ethan Van Skyver on the Comicsgate. No, it's not Comicsgate Kings. It's actually Trashcast. But boy, I can't wait to do Comicsgate Kings again. So excited after today, man. I was holding that in like a secret. I got something to tell you guys. And today it's official. We are we're on our way. Yeah, man. We got Joe Bennett with us, artist of the Incredible Hulk. Artist of, what was the Hulk book that he used to do over at Marvel? Big Hulk artist. I think we've collected all of the Hulk artists for Comicsgate Kings at this point. He's in the Comicsgate Kings room with Dale Keown, and those two, like, just mutual admiration society. But I mean, most interestingly to me, like Joe is the only person that Eric July got working for him that I went, damn, why didn't I think of that? Damn, I thought, why didn't I think of getting Joe Bennett? I didn't even think of that. Probably because Joe was, I think he's part of Glass House Studio, so he kind of became available to Eric, and Eric hired him. Well, I heard today from Alan Goldman, who is comics. He's enjoying himself. Alan Goldman is Comicsgate and part of the Comicsgate Kings, and he's just like best friends with Joe Bennett. And Joe has some concerns, had some concerns where he was, and really wanted to be part of Comicsgate. I mean, he sees a couple of things going on right now. Now, you guys watch Trashcast. You listen to me. I don't know how much you believe what I'm telling you. I have my theories. I don't know for sure, but I'm in the same business that Eric is, the exact same business that Eric's in. So, like, I look at what's going on. I can read the tea leaves better than anyone. And I have the ripitards doubting me and everything and saying, Ethan, you're just jealous. How can you, like, look, he got a worldwide distribution deal. Like, he's doing better than ever. Well, you can listen to me. Let me just put it that way. You can listen to me. I'm right about everything. I'm right about absolutely everything. I don't know if you noticed, but Chuck Dixon is going to be at For the Fans Fest. That's a big deal. The idea of Chuck Dixon being at For the Fans Fest, I didn't even realize it really. It was pointed out to me that was like a pretty big deal that Chuck Dixon was going to be there. I was like, oh shit. Nail me coffin, says Pete Callen. Thanks for $2. By the way, we have a goal today. And I haven't done any YouTube super chat goals in a while on Trashcast, but I've got one tonight. I'm looking for yellow super chats, any message that you want to send, and of course, I will remind you all that you're not Chuck Dixon. You might be Joe Bennett, if you're here, but you ain't Chuck Dixon. That's just a reminder there. So Alan Goldman reached out to me and just said, yeah, this guy, like, you got room for another? And Joe is the one artist and creator that Eric July had working for him. And think about what Joe did over there. I mean, even I got a little bit worried. I mean, of course, I was hoping for Eric's downfall for a while because he's just such a fucking idiot. But I got worried when I saw Horseman. And we called it Horseman. But I mean, when you can go back and see my reaction when I first saw Horseman get revealed on, I think, some convention. And I went, ooh, that's actually that's the closest that Eric has come to creating or having a real superhero. Like, Horseman looks like a villain for Nightwing or something like that. I don't know if he's like a hero. I don't know if he's an A-list character, but he's definitely DC Comics. He's professional, whereas most of Eric's stuff has been slop, just pure slop. So I was a little envious of Horseman. And Joe Bennett, just a really terrific artist. But yeah, he wanted to come over here. Alan is here, his friends here. Alan's having a good time. Talked to Joe a little bit today. Joe confirmed a lot of what I was thinking. The plan is for Joe to do his own comic book series, I guess, on his own. And so Barb Rogers says, you read the tea leaves? I read the toilet paper. Oh, thank you, Barb Rogers. That's so nice of you. And of course,
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
Anyway, so it's a big deal. So we got Joe Bennett. At the moment, like right now, what he's doing, I mean, I put him to work right away, He's doing a cover for the new Cyberfrog book. He's going to be drawing Scorpion. And we'll see from there. Like, I'm not going to let Joe go without something to do between now and when, like, he's got his project to launch on Back Me Bro. Wherever he wants to launch is fine. But hopefully, like, he'll be a part of Back Me Bro. I'm thinking, either the Salamandroid book that I wrote for Dale, or we could actually get him to do a Scorpionero book. Let me see. Stout Stag says, it's come to my attention that I'm not a ninja. I may be Chuck Dixon. Can you clear that up for me? Let me help you.
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
All right, so that's the news, guys. It is enormous news. I've been partying all day. I didn't drink. I didn't get into any alcohol and do that kind of partying. But I did celebrate quite a bit. I mean, to me, this is like, taking a pretty big chess piece off the board. And the good news is it's like, hey, you don't need to be there. You know what I mean? Like you're a substantial comic book creator. You're a real comic book creator. You're somebody with tremendous dignity, with a pedigree of books, of work behind you, real substantial work. We'll just consider this a wrong turn. And let's get started, man. Let's get Comicsgate moving. And I'm telling you guys, I need you guys. This is the point right here. I want you to visualize this in your minds, my Comicsgate friends. I want you to see we're at a point right now where it's like, to be fair, when the Ripitards go, yeah, but like there's no money coming into Comicsgate. That's true. Like we're not launching any comic campaigns. My books are behind, and there just isn't that much money coming in because we're not really doing anything. So we need to get up off of our fucking feet and start running because those guys fell down. We're in a big race. We're in a marathon race. And the guy that was leading the pack just fell down right in front of us. I don't think he's getting up again. We got to get up and we got to run. And I need you guys' help. I need you to back Starlight Cats tonight on Back Me Bro. Get ready to back Helephant, the Helephant Final Chance campaign with my new cover on it, which is the best fucking cover I've ever done. I showed that to everybody. I showed it to Joe. I just said, this is my newest thing that I just did. And he called me Maestro. I like that. See, I love people from other countries. They respect artists. So I'm like the Americans here. Like we're less respectful to each other. David L says, have you seen the latest Lanterns trailer? It's only 3 minutes. I'd love your take on it. It shows a villain that hasn't been in other trailers. Thank you.
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
You're saying there's a new Lanterns trailer? I mean, I saw the one with Sinestro in it. Is that the one that you're talking about? Or is there a Beware My Power, brand new one? Okay, all right. Let's take a look at this together. I'm interested and looking forward to that show. And I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on at DC if you want to know that situation there. Okay, are we live? Can you see it? No volume.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might.
There's Sinestro.
Beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Okay. Is there more? Yep.
It's time to get up, Junior.
So, you're a space cop.
No, I'm just being trained. All right, new lesson. Take the ring. You fly.
Just fly.
I'm sorry. Fly, please. What's that?
Little bird.
You're the backup quarterback.
Is this the new trailer?
I'm all alone this time around.
Yeah, it is.
What do you think is going on?
It's no accident we're here. These victims are going to end up being alien.
Based on what?
I have a feeling.
He has a feeling.
I think this is more than just a feeling.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before.
That black hand?
What do you know about manhunters?
Where'd you hear that word? Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy. And it could take the form of any species.
So it could be anyone.
He's going to send an army to put you down.
Do you resent Pal Jordan?
The ring's always been mine. Jordan's just keeping it warm.
Sinestro.
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal?
No.
Let's say what he actually is.
My replacement. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Yeah.
How about a beer?
Now, I've seen all of this. Is the thing that I didn't see, like, this first HBO Max. This? I feel like this.
Green Lantern's light.
I feel like there was nothing new in there. David L., did I miss out something? Am I on the wrong video? I don't see another Starlight Cat. I don't want another Starlight Cats. Maybe a pint glass, says Wazik Gear. Pint glass is great. Get the t-shirt. There's extra bits to all the scenes they teased, says Ghost Goo. In that, what I just watched, so I did see a new version of Sinestro where I could see his whole outfit, his prison outfit. I did see that, but I didn't see any new characters. Matty, the finale of Cape Fear pissed me off. Okay, Slam and Brendan, I haven't seen it yet. I think I'm on episode 7. So if there's a finale, I got to get to it. I mean, I pay attention to Cape Fear when it's on. David also, sorry, I didn't realize you've seen it. You meant Sinestro? You meant Sinestro was in it? And then a mention of the Manhunters, which is interesting. Okay. Well, guys, I mean, I don't know if you'll be proud of me or not over this, but I did today. I was talking to Andrew, and I said, I'm going to remind DC today about Jessica Cruz. And I did. I actually reached out to DC Comics and said, hey, now that San Diego Comic-Con is behind us, let's get moving with the Jessica Cruz royalty situation there. I would like Jessica Cruz. I'd like to have a piece of that action there. And, I think, like, we qualify for it, me and Jeff Johns, and so please, let's push this forward. I'll let you know what happens. I got a quick automated email back that, like, my friend over there is on vacation, but hopefully we'll be able to put this away and get this taken care of. 200 Watt Studio says they got the Owen prison cells right. Yeah, like, I've drawn the Owen prison cells. I was pretty happy to see that. That's straight out of the comics. Will Hal become Parallax in Lanterns? Well, I mean, if he dies, maybe he will. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be, more grounded. The good thing about these newer trailers is that we're seeing more outer space stuff, more cosmic, weird superhero stuff, which is what people want from Green Lanterns. I think they really scared people away initially with the sort of very human, very grounded, very lived-in looking version of the trailer that they put out. It just didn't seem like it was going to be action-packed or fun. I would like to see it follow the comic book a little bit, but Manhunters sounds gay, says Andrew Campbell. I'll tell you, I never drew the Manhunters. Jeff put the Manhunters in Green Lanterns 1 through 3, which Carlos Pacheco had to draw. And I was grateful for that because I didn't like him either. We already have Martian Manhunter. Manhunters. They're just robots. They're they're human-sized sentinels that fight Green Lanterns. Like, I don't need that. That doesn't seem interesting to me. Two White says, I don't want to see that. You don't want to see it? Yeah, let me see. I don't want to be a prick, but I will have more fun playing with my DC Legendary Core deck building cards game from Upper Deck. I can create my own adventures. Anubis. That looks cool. That looks fun. Yeah, I'm excited about that too. That's really good. Andrew Campbell says, should have asked for your old job in lieu of royalties. I can't, man. My job is Comicsgate. I mean, the thing is, like, really, it would be if I, I was really thinking about this today too, because yesterday I was complaining a little bit about how, like, yeah, I would love to go back to DC. A lot of people say, I feel like Ethan is trying to go back to DC, and I'm not. I'm not trying to go back to DC, but that doesn't mean I don't want to. Okay, but then I was thinking today, I was like, boy, if I went back to DC, I'd be abandoning all these people. I know it's silly, but it seems silly, but like a lot of people would kind of be rudderless without me. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much of myself, but like if I left Comicsgate, I don't know what would happen to Comicsgate. I can't do that, you know. If I sometimes I go, what would happen if like DC came to me and said, "Yeah, you can come back as long as you like renounce Comicsgate." The answer would be no, I can't do that. I can't, you know. So I want a piece of Jessica. Ethan Van Skyver 2026 says Josh Matara. Yeah, I knew what I was saying when I said that. But I guess DC should issue a public apology for what happened, says in Cowboy. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. They had no choice. You know, it's my fault. 200 Watt Studio says, I remember Manhunters were big in Suicide Squad comics and Millennium. What's Millennium? Oh, in DC Millennium in that like miniseries event? Yeah, I just don't like them. I don't like the Manhunters. I had to they're what's the difference between the Manhunters and the Dark Stars? I had to draw the Dark Stars. That was the last thing that I drew for DC. An episode of or a couple issues of Hal Jordan with the Dark Stars. And I had to use some Travis Charest comics for reference. Some of the worst art I'd ever seen. Travis sucked back then. But yeah, like, this not that good. Juice Cannon says that was a stupid event. All right, but we got. I agree. I'm excited about the Lantern Show, though. I am looking forward to seeing that. August 16th. That's coming up. I hope you guys are ready to watch it with me. I'll review it. I'll talk about it with you. I'll tell you what I think. A lot of people that I'm listening to are saying they hate it. And when I say I kind of like it, they go, oh, yeah, of course you do. Of course you do because of royalties. Looking at the trailer that I'm looking at right now, I don't see royalties in it for me or Shane. I don't see anything in there that could possibly generate royalties for us. So that wouldn't be the reason. It just looks like it's going to be a good show. I would like to see some kind of reference to something that I helped out with and that I'm familiar with. The cool thing about working on Green Lantern when we did is that what we did really left a big imprint. It left a footprint on the franchise. So it's hard to talk about Green Lantern in movies, in TV, and video games without referencing something that I'm directly responsible for. And that's really neat. That's almost immortality, but not immortality because none of this stuff really matters at the end of the day. Just work from home for DC, says Invariant 47. I don't think that's... I think I always did. I think that was always the plan. Okay, let me see here, guys. Couple of things. Talked to Richard C. Myers today. He was pissed off at this new Eric July video. I gotta watch it. 200 Watt Studio says, weren't you the one that did Hal doing a Green Lantern signal to attract Batman? Maybe. I don't remember, but it sounds like something that I would do. All right, let me see. Let's watch this Eric July video. Now, Zach was pissed about this because he was saying that like Eric's video was chastising black creators who wanted to work for Marvel and DC, wanted to be in the big time, wanted to be in the mainstream, and called them beggars, and that they should really prefer to work at Rippaverse on his shitty characters instead. And that it made him angry. I think he wanted to do a video about it. I said I'll look into it. I can't talk tonight. I don't know what's going on. I find these to be agonizing to watch. Watching Eric July videos are really painful. So I prefer not to do it unless I have to do it for Trashcast. which is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to watch this video called "And You're Still Begging." The harsh business. Eric thinks he knows anything about anything. What is this called again? The harsh business reality of black characters. And look at him. He's going to tell you like he knows. Eric, you don't know a fucking thing about the business reality of black characters. You don't know anything about anything. Why do you sit here and think that you can lecture an audience about something that you barely skirt the fringes of? You're not a part of this business, not in any real way. You have no real experience. You have no knowledge, no inside knowledge about what it's like to be in the entertainment industry and be participating in, creating, or working on, or anything. Black characters, white characters, anything. You have no idea. You started a little mug club with mugs that were shaped like comic books, and you quickly destroyed it. I mean, guys, you quickly destroyed it. I mean, the idea, I just sit back and I just go, this guy let, how many millions just trickle through his fingers? Just so stupid. And the whole time, like, if people would listen to me on Trashcast, you just should have listened to Trashcast. I was saying, Eric, this is a mug club. What you need to understand is if you just humbly accept what the reality of what your business is, you're going to be better off long term. Stop thinking that your stuff is that they're actual comic books that you're creating. You stink. You can't create comics. You're not interested in it. You resent creative people. Your business is a mug club. It's a merch company that is disguised in a vanity sort of way as a comic book company. It's novel. It's neat that you did it that way, but you're just selling merch to your audience. Sell them one comic book a year. Stop trying to grow. Don't hire anybody. Don't hire a staff. Save your money. And, just do one a year. Put it out there and go, I got this one comic book. You'll see. You'll do fine. You'll last forever. This guy bought advertising. Like everything, Eric, he bought a warehouse. He bought like fucking forklifts. What the hell do you need a forklift for? What do you need a forklift for? You've got comic books. You know what I mean? You're not putting washers and dryers up on racks in your warehouse. You're selling like you have, at the worst, the heaviest, you have a long box of comics. What do you need a forklift for? Urash Matar says he won an Amway award. I think he knows business, okay? Yeah, that is true. That humbled me quite a bit. So here he is, like, he made a video where it's called, And You're Still Begging, the harsh reality of black characters. And this video pissed Sack off. I'm going to watch it. I don't know what he's saying here. The title already annoys me, but we'll see what he says. Okay.
Mahershala Ali was under contract to play Blade for about 7 years. Yes, 7. And a few days ago, he finally said the quiet part out loud, and I quote, "You had me under contract. They have billions of dollars. If they wanted to do it, we would have done it." Wonder Man got renewed for a second season and then got canceled anyway. Renewed, then, of course, killed, like I just said. And you already knew that Kang was dead in the water because of Marvel kind of swapping him out with Dr. Doom. So now there's a conversation happening about black characters and superhero universes, and most of that conversation is wrong. Now, some of the characters weren't black to begin with, but hold on to that because that's actually the whole point of this video. Today, I want to talk about some real harsh realities about black characters in superhero film and about how black Americans as both creators and fans interact with all of it. Keep this in mind while I'm talking about all of this.
And right next to him is a copy of Ripazine. By the way, I still owe you a review of Ripazine. I'm fully aware of that. I gotta sit down and read it. I got the issue of Ripazine that premieres the Flash ripoff character who looks like Wally West. And I did read like the first 2 pages of it, and I like threw it across the room. But I got to read the whole thing, and I got to review it for you guys. I owe you that review. I owe it to Literature Devil, who was kind enough to send the book to me for review purposes. But it is so gay. It is so very, very gay. I don't know what this is. I don't know what's on the front cover of this, but here's a new Ripazine.
Saying all of it because you can only really build solutions by
Failed.
identifying the problems. Nobody fixes anything by being comfortable. So there are like three things that I want to discuss. Number one, you're chasing
Paying your artist.
legacy to a fault. And because of it, you never build the infrastructure that could carry original properties. This shows up in a
What did you just say? Hold on a second.
characters and superhero universes, and most of that conversation is wrong. Now, some of the characters weren't black to begin with, but hold on to that because that's actually the whole point of this video. Today, I want to talk about some real harsh realities about black characters in superhero film and about how black Americans as both creators and fans interact with all of it. Keep this in mind while I'm talking about all of this. I'm saying all of it because you can only really build solutions by identifying the problems. Nobody fixes anything by being comfortable. So there are like,
Yeah, honestly, you don't have to identify problems when it comes to creating comic book characters in fiction. You don't sit there, you don't create because you're identifying a problem. That's what SJWs do. SJWs go, there's a problem. We don't have enough of this. We need more of that in the. See, I really feel like you did that with Ripaverse. Identity politics, which is what you're describing here. You identify a problem and then you solve it. How about if you just create a superhero? How about if you just write a story and it's not about fixing any fucking problem in Hollywood? Just like, write a story, create a character. And the other thing is, you'd be like, we don't have a speedster character in the Ripaverse. Well, let's quickly create some piece of shit ripoff of the Flash. Now we have a speedster character in the Ripaverse. To which some of your Ripetard fans go, thank you so much. I really was hoping that I would have a speedster character in the Ripaverse. You could just read the Flash, honestly. Hold on a second. Got a couple of super chats here. Appreciate it. We got Siege Perilous who gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Thank you. The Beckloff is here. Oh boy. We got a video with you in it today. If you had to pick one, would you rather draw a Cyberfrog Isom crossover written by Eric July or be... This is like one of those questions. Or be Sturgis's traveling companion on his next Japan trip? Oh my God, dude. Both of those sound horrible. Oh, I couldn't hang out with Sturgis. I have to draw a Cyberfrog Isom crossover with Eric. I guess that's the one.
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
Listen, I love to draw. I could have fun with that. There's a possibility that I could have some ironic. I could find some ironic enjoyment in drawing one of Eric's scripts about Isom and Cyberfrog. I could not manage to. I could not enjoy or even possibly survive a trip with Sturgis to Japan. That would be fucking horrible. All right, here we go.
3 things that I want to discuss. Number one, you're chasing legacy to a fault. And because of it, you never build the infrastructure that could carry original properties.
You're chasing legacy to a fault, he said through his underbite. What are you talking about? Chasing legacy. What do you mean? And thus you never built an infrastructure. I mean, I'm going to guess what I think he means. I'm not really sure, but everything is about Eric all the time. Eric is trying to tell you that he's doing everything right. So when he says legacy, I think, I don't know really what he means about that, but we could just substitute creativity. And then built an infrastructure, meaning you didn't build a business to underpin and support your creativity, the stuff that you're doing. It sounds like that's what he's saying. He's congratulating himself for having a warehouse and a business, which is supporting to support and make sure that he can ship the comics that he's creating. Okay. I mean, that's one way to look at it. It'd be great if you could do both. It'd be great. I would love to have more employees. I'd love to have a more streamlined business when it comes to shipping. But it would be great if you could actually produce good books. I read Inglorious Rex 3 today. It was just wonderful. It's amazing that Shane, arrives on these live streams and he grumbles and, he's an energy vampire. And then you go, well, what is Shane doing during the day? And Shane is just writing and drawing some of the best comics in the indie space, just flat out. I mean, Inglorious Rex was just wow. It was just action packed. It was scary. It was awesome. It had a lot of heart to it. It was fun. So I look at that and I go, that's less important to Eric than the idea of building an infrastructure, which is what all he really knew how to do. In which case, like, why get into comics? Why get into a creative venture? Why get into a venture where your product is something that's creative when you resent creativity? You have none of it, but you can build an infrastructure. Why would you get into comics? You could get into, like I used to say, like, sell sneakers, sell T-shirts, sell mugs, anything, just anything. You didn't need to do this. It's weird that your downfall is going to be the fact that, like, you're involved in comics, you're not good at them. You have an audience that was willing to pretend with you for a little while, but your product is so expensive and so purposeless that it's going to put you out of business. Could have been anything. If you were selling mugs, what does somebody need? I mean, even like the Quarterings coffee makes more sense because it's like at least you use up the coffee. Maybe you come back and get more. I don't know why you'd buy coffee over the internet, but all these guys are idiots.
This shows up in a few different ways. You look at the adoration, the love for characters that have been around for 60, 80 years, and you try to speed run getting to that level. That's why so many creators only look at the mainstream.
No, I think you did that. That's you that did that. You sat there and said, hey, I got to have the Rippaverse instead of I just want to do a comic book called Isom. You said, I'm going to be Bayudin Worlds. I'm doing World Bayudin. And therefore, like, your one comic book, Isom, your first comic book, had 11 or 12 unnecessary and unrelated characters in it that were doing fuck all, who knows? Yeah, you were trying to speed run to Marvel and DC. You really should have just settled down and worried about the story of Isom. But, I know why you didn't. And you got sued.
That's why so much of the audience only looks at the mainstream. And that's why you find yourself begging. Think about where the resources actually are. Your creative talent and your money are almost entirely tied up in things you don't own, or they're subsidized by companies that will never belong to you. Major publishers, major studios.
Well, yeah, but they have value. The stuff that belongs to you is shit and has no value. So, I mean, somebody who's sitting there, like, considering what they want to do in the comic book business or in movies, I mean, maybe they just want to draw Spider-Man. Maybe that's what they want to do. Maybe they don't want to set out on their own. I mean, these are people who are obviously creative people. So they could do maybe their own character, but maybe they really just don't have it in them and they'd rather just draw Spider-Man or the Hulk or the X-Men or Batman. You own everything, Eric. You own everything that you created, everything that Joe Bennett created, don't you? You own that. Joe Bennett's characters, you own them, don't you? Joe doesn't. Yeah, I guess that's like a big deal to you. You get to own your stuff, but your stuff just isn't worthwhile. It's not good.
That's an abusive.
I mean, I'd rather work on Black Panther. If we're talking about black characters, I'd rather draw Black Panther than own Isom. How do you like that? I would rather draw Static Shock than own Alpha Core. And I think most people would.
Relationship because you're begging them for their platform and their budgets while telling anybody who listen that they represent you the right way. Both of those things can't really stay true forever. At some point, you have to pick one. And number two,
nobody's begging anybody, and very few people are going, they're not representing us in the right way. I mean, that's not the people who are working on these. I mean, what on earth are you talking about?
And it piggybacks off of the first one. You only see legitimacy in white characters. And that's been a phrase of mine that I've been saying for over a decade, and it rubs people the wrong way every single time because it's the harshest of the truths. Look at the characters that have been around forever in this genre. they're not just popular, they're stitched into the fabric of American culture to the point that most of their fans have never even read a comic book in their lives. That's the level that you are supposedly chasing. So the short.
Who are you talking to? You talking to the guy that was supposed to play Blade in the movie? That got fucked over? You talking to him? What the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean?
Becomes obvious. Race swaps, clones, reskin, and then you justify it by saying it's a mantle or that race was never integral to the character anyway. Building something new, an original character who isn't a reskin version of somebody else, is difficult.
Yeah, but you know what? On the real, Eric, Miles Morales is 50,000 times a better character than Islam is. See, I mean, you have Temu Power Man. You know what I mean? You have Temu Luke Cage. I mean, Miles Morales is Spider-Man. He's called Spider-Man, but he's got original powers. He's got his own story. He's got his own personality. He's got actual fans. The kids like him. So which is better? You know? Miles Morales is Miles Morales. He is.
It's work. And for whatever reason, that's the part you don't want to do while still wanting the validation at the end of it. So here's the thing that I think a lot of people miss. Even the properties you're trying to shortcut didn't get there overnight. X-Men debuted in 1963. It took roughly 2 decades before they showed up in animation at all, almost 30 years before.
Yeah, but animation, they didn't show up in animation. You think animation is the benchmark. By the way, Eric, where is the animation for Rippaverse that you got paid for? Where is that? Where's the animation? You're supposed to do these animations. You had a second chance with it, too.
X-Men, the animated series, made them household names. And they're 40 years before the live action stuff took off in the 2000s. 40 years. So even with a major publisher, nobody handed really anything to them. And number 3, you hamstring your characters and the.
They had a Spider-Man cartoon in 1967. It was a really popular Spider-Man cartoon. So 5 years after Spider-Man was, do you remember it, Eric? It went Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches fleas just like flies. Look out, there comes the Spider-Man. Remember that? That was just 5 years. Spider-Man. So you're talking about X-Men. I mean, X-Men took a while. But then there was when Captain America throws his mighty shield. And there was the Hulk and there was Iron Man. They had animated shows. Superman had a toy in 1939. There was a Superman action figure. In 1939, there's a Superman doll. And then he was in the movies. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about, Eric? He was in the movies in 1940, was it? 1941? There were Superman, serials, live action serials, and then, of course, the Fleischer cartoons. What do you mean? What are you saying? You just pulled the X-Men out of your ass. You're like, well, the X-Men, it took them 2 decades. It took Spider-Man 5 years. It took Superman 2 years. It took Batman. There's a Batman show in 1945, a Batman serial in the movies. Catches thieves, not fleas. I know, Mark. Catches fleas just like flies. So what are you saying? I mean, you're retarded. You're like, it took 20 years for there to be... Yeah, maybe for the X-Men. The X-Men was never really popular. When X-Men came out, it was not real popular. But they had a Hulk cartoon. They didn't really have stuff for adults. It was never really for adults. They were aiming it all at juveniles. You know, it's like the serials and the cartoons were all for kids. But that's who the audience was. Eric is retarded. Like, Eric, this is a guy who didn't know what Amazing Fantasy 15 was, by the way. Didn't know what it was. They said, Eric, do you know what Amazing Fantasy 15 is? And he had no idea. He was, stuttering and trying to, do everything he could do to avoid answering that question.
Universes that they live in by sort of turning them into these cultural statements instead of stories. Sometimes it's in the work itself, and other times it's on the press tour and the campaign around it. Now, I despise the word nuance, but this is a little nuanced. So please bear with me. One of the more foolish.
Why do you despise the word nuance? This is a little nuanced, he says. Look at, I swear to God, his underbite kills me. Nuance is the key to making good arguments and understanding things. That things aren't just black and white. You know, there's shades of gray. I despise nuance. I despise that.
Things that Black American culture really convinced other Black Americans
Am I getting sick?
is that everything has to be, quote, for the culture. That single idea has people rejecting originality and trying way too hard at the same time. You put yourself and your work inside these boundaries that nobody asked for.
Shut up. Cool seeing the characters you designed appear in X-Men 97. Hope to see more in Lanterns, says Richard Lindahl. Yeah, it's a pleasure. It really is nice to see those. And their kids, too. So I go, look, my kids are on the screen. My little kids. And there are a couple of them that are really like mine. You know what I mean? Like I created them. You know, with a lot of these characters, you just contribute the design. But like coming up with the initial concept is really neat when you get to do that.
If you want mass appeal, you have to work with universal truths. That's the price of entry. Batman, Spider-Man, they didn't become two of the biggest properties on the planet by trying to be white. They were compelling characters who happened to be white in stories that connected with everybody from all walks of life. That's the recipe behind nearly every entertainment icon there is, from Goku to Superman. When there is something cultural in them, like you see out of the Eastern properties, it's folded.
I feel a call coming on.
It's not the whole pitch. They're not simply just trying to alone make a statement. But with Black characters, you kneecap them on the way out the door. You make them unrelatable, shallow, boring, and then you're confused about why you're left waiting for somebody to come along and grant you a character or hand you an investment out of pity. I'm not saying
you sound like you're talking to yourself again, man. A lot of your videos, it sounds like you're talking in the mirror. Like a lot of this is projection. Your characters are pretty shallow.
Any of this from the cheap seats either. Let me give you the facts. A lot of these same folks hated me, of course, when I talked about tokenization because they weren't really listening to me. They were too emotional. Since then, I've created original Black characters and sold hundreds of thousands of books independently, no outside investment, zero mainstream entertainment support, traditional superhero stories like with ISOM.
He says no outside investment a lot, man. That means something. There's some squirrel words happening there. No outside investment. Well, okay. Is there inside investment? I mean, other than you? No outside investment. What about government grants? You know what I mean? I have a feeling there's a little bit of that going on. This guy's a fucking liar, man.
Emotional. Since then, I've created original Black characters and sold.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of books independently, no outside investment, zero mainstream entertainment support, traditional superhero stories.
When you say zero mainstream entertainment support, Eric, you had support from every aspect and every corner of the indie space and right-wing sphere, right-wing media. You congratulate yourself because, like, you didn't have Marvel or DC in your corner or, like, some version of Wizard Magazine or Newsarama. You had Friday Night Tights. You had Geeks and Gamers. You had Comicsgate supporting you. You had Fox News. You had Blaze. You had all of these independent right-wing talkers who were just like, oh, yeah, Eric is taking on the woke with his new comic book company. You had everybody propping you up. When I criticized you, they turned on me. Everybody was in your corner. Everybody was on your side. They handed you millions and millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. And now your biggest artists are fleeing towards me. Richard Lindahl, the guy who complains about race swaps and derivative characters, gave us mint-flavored Justice League and Ultra Instinct Wally West. Just the worst crap, like really just awful, bland comic books. And here he is. He's like, I did this. I did this. Man, it was good timing. It really was good timing. You know, your messaging of we will win and then pulling back on that and saying you were never political. People who supported you were hoping that you would be an anti-woke champion. You betrayed them all. You convinced Christians and Mormons, my poor Mormons. I got white Mormons who are like Rippaverse fans. I'm like, what is the matter with you, Elder Smith? What on earth are you doing supporting Eric July? This guy hires piss porn Satanists to write for him. Non-binary, homosexuals. Like, Eric betrayed everybody in every possible way. Eric went from zero pipeline and saying, like, this is what I'm doing, guys. I'm shipping from this warehouse of mine. I'm doing it single-handedly. This is what my business strategy is. And then he immediately takes a deal with mass media, like distribution. He takes a deal with Hachette Publishing, who see him as DEI, who bragged about taking on more black creators. They meant Eric. They said, yeah, we met our DEI quota. We just took on, what did they say, captured? What is the word that they used? It was a creepy word. More black creators. Eric ended up, he started out representing, you know, like the anti-woke, right-wing indie sentiment that was going on in 2018. He harnessed it, took advantage of it, had a pile of money handed to him, probably from the government. I really don't think that he saved up $300,000. First it was $200, then it became $300. I really don't think he saved that money up from YouTube and then invested it in his comic book company. It really sounds like some black business loan from the government. And, you know, had everybody in his corner. Everybody in his corner. This guy's going against the woke, man. All of his videos about, like, you know, race swapping and this and that and all the weird, you know, I hate Max Visaggio. Like, this guy's got a real problem with Max Visaggio for some reason. And boom, it's like he betrayed all of his values, everything that people were expecting. Hired Satanists and pornographers to work for him. All women. Oh my God. Women run his company. Women and lesbians. He had to pare down his studio. It's just Eric and non-binary Caro Brown now. This guy's woke as fuck, dude. He's woke as fuck. He betrayed everybody. He betrayed all his backers, all his supporters. And now he's sitting there lecturing black people about what they should want from entertainment and creation, what they should expect, criticizing them, mocking them, calling them beggars. Eric, I've seen your live streams, pal. Don't be calling other people beggars at this point. You got 15 people watching you with like 500,000 subscribers. What the fuck happened, dude? What happened? Oh, it's awful. Even Gothic's another pornographer, foot porno. He hired a black, I don't know if she's straight or what, but she does lesbian foot porno. Even Gothic's had fatigue and dumped him. No, I really think that, like, you know, probably he fired her. He let her go. Eric bragged the other day. He's like, I'm on track to have another $5 million year. $5 million year. You started out this year saying that you're gonna. That's what you always make, but you usually only have to produce like 10, first 10, and then like before that 2 books, and then before that 1 book. 100 books to make $5 million, Eric. It doesn't sound like you're profitable. Doesn't sound like you're enjoying profit making right now. 100 books to make $5 million. Gross. And I got your boys coming to me now. Shut the fuck up. You are in no position to lecture anyone. Doing comics is really, really hard. Did you learn anything? It's a lot more than just folding some cardboard, taping it, and sending it in the mail. Making comic books is hard. It takes blood, sweat, and tears. It takes dreaming. It takes prayer. It takes imagination. It takes focus. It takes meditation. It takes inspiration. And it takes an awful lot of just sitting down in one spot and focusing on one little corner of a page and then the big picture. And you never learned how to do that. You don't respect people at all. Is he still putting out ISOM books, or is that character over? That character's over. I'm telling you right now, everything I said about this guy was correct. People didn't believe me. Oh, he's just jealous. No. I was right about all of it. He can't do ISOM because first of all, if he puts out an ISOM book, he's got to do an adjective in front of it. Has to be the unbelievable ISOM, okay? And he's still got to pay the ministry. He can't do it at all unless he has an adjective, and he still has to pay the ministry a percentage, whatever it is. So he can't do ISOM. He can't do it. He cannot do an ISOM comic book, and he won't do it. Which is really weird because, that's his biggest character. Just pay the ministry. Yurashima says that art stuff is the easy part. The business is hard. Hasn't he changed the term to enclave? Yeah. Is it enclave or exclave? Who even knows? I don't know what this mini-series is. All right, finish up.
Stories like with ISOM, horror with Blood Ruth, noir with Salvage, African mythology with Norfolk Glorious Death #2, which is doing gangbusters on pre-orders right now. So you can absolutely honor and its subculture without it coming off as cheap. But you have to give the characters some depth past their skin tone. Their skin tone should be the least interesting thing about them. The solution to every gripe in that conversation is the same one it's always been. You got to build your own thing. Own the thing. Make the characters deep enough that people care about them for reasons that outlive some sort of news cycle. You've got to get over asking others and begging others for access to their resources. This is why it trips me out when
you did with Hachette. You were begging Hachette for their resources, those white people, those white Europeans who now own you. You were begging them for their resources. Because, yeah, you were stuck, weren't you? You were fucking stuck. Anubis says, by the way, I did a $5 super chat question. Well, let me see. Wait, Uncle A, isn't Eric's rehash of what he's saying on black characters since maybe 2018? Does he don't know he rehashed hibbity jibbity since then? Yeah, it's the same shit over and over again. He's always yelling at people that it's Liam Gray too, man. It's the same thing, the same type of person who just gets on the air and just yells into the ether at a straw man. They find a straw man, they just yell at him every day. It's ex-slave, Ethan. It's about escaped slaves, says Rashimatara. Unbelievable. Did he just say he had a book selling like gangbusters? He says Norfolka is selling like gangbusters. Press X did that. Sorry, I don't think so.
People say, oh, they're not beating the allegations. Well, how about you create your own thing and own it? You don't have to worry about other folks doing stuff for you in the first place.
All right. Well, anyway, Hachette owns you now. They own your ass, and you're depending on them, which is weird because that's not where you started. By the way, there's this Frog Tony thing. Let me talk about this real quick. I didn't even see this, but Katie did clipped it. So Matt Rumor, this is a big I regret this, but Matt Rumor sent me an email where he's join this. He's hey, I'd like to have our businesses connected. And he signed me up for something called Align, I think it is. And they're very much what's that business website where you announce where you are in employment and all that stuff. It's like that. It's hey, these are all the people in my area that have businesses. This is my business in the area. I'd like to connect with you in case I could send some business your way. So I said, Matt Rumor is sending me this. Okay, yeah, I will join too. So I joined, and what happened was it went through my phone book, and basically everybody who I've ever done business with got a request to join my web of business people who want to do business with me. Some people clicked and were like, great, that's awesome. And then others are like, were you hacked? And I had to answer like a million people and go, no, I was not hacked. I actually did press the button. No, this is not a phishing expedition. No, it's something weird. It's just like, what is it? What is that? I even got data mine, says Obsidian Void. No, it's not OnlyFans. It's not 4chan or Grindr. It's not Craigslist. LinkedIn. Thank you. LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the company that I'm referring to. Texas Mofo goes, that explains it. All right, so it's how could it be a pyramid scheme? I'm not selling anything. A pyramid scheme, mummy news. Yeah. No. I'm not selling anything. I'm just saying, hey, there's a central website hub where, like, you know, if you want to get in touch with me because for I don't know for what reason, but anyway, Frog Tony is going through this, trying to figure it out. Why is this here?
All right, we got one. I don't know if this is drama. I think it's drama adjacent, so it's okay. But I got to bring this up because I got this email and it's really fucking weird, right? I got this really fucking weird email, and so let me present to you what I got here.
It takes two to make things go on.
So as you can see, this
It
is
takes
a
two to make it out of sight.
referrals invite from Ethan Van Sciver via alignable.
A
reminder: Ethan from All Caps Comics has invited you to Alignable and is still waiting for your reply.
Not yet.
The fuck is Alignable?
Here's the thing. It says, "Hi, it's Ethan from All Caps Comics in Marlton.
Hey,
I'd like to be able to refer customers to you, so I've added you to my network on Alignable, a site exclusively for business owners to network with each other." First off, okay, so this is what's weird to me, right? Like,
it is weird.
if
Why
Ethan
did you get
wanted
one
to
of
refer
these?
customers to me, he knows who the fuck I am. We're not like strangers, like two ships passing in the night. Like if he really was like, "Hey,
strangers in the night."
Right,
Here's my rumor. It's a business networking site. So
business,
dumb.
He could do that. It's not so Alignable is like, think of LinkedIn, but instead of looking for jobs, you're looking for other businesses that might be adjacent to your business.
Right.
So you could refer customers to each other, right? Like, so I create comic books, and then like you're an artist, so I can like refer people to you, and you can refer people to me, right? And so I guess Ethan signed up for this, and I heard other people. I'm not going to name any names, but I did hear from other people that they also got this invite, and they were also like, "What the hell's going on?"
Shut up.
And apparently, there is speculation, and I got to frame it as such, right? I don't know, but there's speculation that Ethan may have given our contact information to some company, like sold our information, basically sold our emails, right? To Alignable, and that's how they sent out the invites.
I'm gonna check if I'm alignable. Let me see.
Yeah, I gave him all your info because I have it. I've got all your info. I gave him your phone number. I gave him your social security number. I gave him your credit card and banking info. I gave it all up. Tony, these are just people who I've talked to on my email. If you've sent me an email at some point, or you're in my phone contacts, you received a message. So you must have sent me a bunch of emails because you got one of these, which just says, do you want to sign up? And then if you do, you put your business in there. Hey, I'm Frog Tony. My business is I manufacture apples and toothbrushes or whatever it is. And then you go, hey, and I'm located here. And then that gets sent out and people go, oh, I like toothbrushes. I make toothbrushes too, but I'm over here. And then people send you messages and try to connect with you. And maybe you create business contacts that way. But everybody who's ever sent me like some kind of business related email received this. So you must have sent me something business related about comics, in other words. I'm so sorry. But I did send them like I sent it to your like mom, your extended family also received these phishing emails, which are basically attempting to fill your spam box with gay porn. So hopefully you clicked
My
on
offer expires pretty soon, so I think it's only 24 hours.
I am not alignable.
Oh.
Damn.
Frog Tony gets junk emails convinced Ethan cares about.
Oh man, it's a trap to help the FBI. So yeah, I found it strange. Again, I found it really weird, and here's why I found it weird. Obviously, we all know what's going on. Like, let's not play any games, right? Like, me and Ethan have not been seeing eye to eye for quite some time, right? So it would be really weird that he would try to add me to some like networking thing. That's why I was like, at first I was like, this is some kind of scam or something. Like, I had to
So it went out to like probably like 800 people, Tony. I mean, honestly, like if I had gone through and was like, hey, Frog Tony's in here, the fuck do I want to, you know what I mean? Like I didn't do that. I didn't curate the list. It just went out to like a list.
I looked up what alignable is and I had to like figure out what was going on, right?
Do you think it just sends it out to everyone? Like it wasn't like
Yes.
he picked you. You were just
but
right.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess.
But if he sends it out to everyone, it has to be an email list that he provided to them, right?
Yeah.
He's so excited about it.
Just copy and paste it like another email or something, like another like group thing or something.
Imagine if he said
and he didn't know to figure it out or something.
Well, my email is in his I bought comics from him. And so my email is in that list. So that's why I'm wondering where the list came from. If it came from his personal email list, that's not it's still a little big deal, but it's less of a big deal if he didn't if he sent that out. But if he sent out like the list of emails from his crowdfunding, I think that could be an issue.
I didn't get one, and I bought his stuff.
There you go. Tony, you must have sent me emails at some point. It's not my backer list. Okay, if it were my backer list, 12,000 emails would have gone out. Okay, so it's not my backer list. It's people who have interacted with me via email, personally, usually. But it could be business. They could have been like, "Hey, I didn't get this." Probably with you, it's when I sent you a copy of Cyberfrog to read. We did that over the email, I believe. So I sent you an email like, hey, read Cyberfrog, and now suddenly you're in my business contacts. Sorry about that. Like, I don't, I wouldn't have chosen to send you. I don't know what kind of business I would ever really want to do with you, but it just automatically included you.
And the email list will get this. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what email list he was providing.
Maybe it's all email lists of people like you, Liam, PTP, Matt Barr. Like people
ask Matt Barr. Where's Barr at? Where's Barking Bar? Hey, Barking Bar, did you get one?
Yeah, Matt Barr probably got one.
Here's the thing. I know for a fact that I've emailed Ethan on this email account in the past because he needed something from me. So I sent him an email. So
what on earth could I have needed from you?
We have emailed through his email address.
Did you got one planned on good
times? He really doesn't like my AI shit now. Fuck, man.
Am I? Speaking of AI shit, did you guys see that the mystery AI guy, some nobody?
Be honest. This is you trying to reconnect with Tony? Man, I don't even like. I'm fascinated by this situation because of Matt Rumor. I got a ton. Like I just went, okay, it's like LinkedIn. I'll join this because of that. And by the way, I was thinking. My attitude was, I'm going to connect with Marlton businesses, other businesses in Marlton, New Jersey, Cherry Hill. I don't know what I was thinking, like, could have happened, but something could happen. Like, somebody could be interested in locally carrying All Caps Comics or talk to All Caps Comics for something, put us on the news. I don't really know. Something neat could have happened. But that only happens if you reach out and try stuff. Instead, it went out to my broader email list, and some idiot like Frog Tony, idiots like Frog Tony got it, and I got like all these messages like, Ethan, you've been hacked. I didn't get hacked. Don't worry about it. It was a deliberate thing.
Teaser.
But yeah, this is annoying.
I haven't seen this.
Oh, the Liam.
Ethan must be desperate for content.
Yeah, the guy who made the call.
I'm just all right. I think it's This is it for this whole thing. But I wanted to actually get that on tape, as it were, get that on video, and explain what exactly happened there, because it was a little bit of a chore. But all right, Now is the Liam content. I mean, we did a big. If you guys were watching yesterday, we did a lot of Liam Gray content. There was a big problem. Shane Davis told Liam Gray that. What did Shane Davis even say? Shane Davis said it'd be great if you actually talk to some of these guys who make content about you. And then maybe if you did that, like, you would do better. Like, you would be able to talk some of these problems out. That led to a 4-hour spurg out from Liam Gray. We watched some of it. We commented on it. And I did my video commentary on Liam. Liam really kind of went out of control. The stuff that he was saying about Shane Davis was crazy. It was insane. I think Liam saw what I was saying or heard about it, and then he did a response video while I was still live. And somebody clipped some of that. So we'll watch what Liam had to say. I would hope that, like, he'd be suitably, like, chastised and maybe, like, I don't know, want to change his ways a little bit, but I haven't seen this. I haven't heard what his response was. I would hope that he would want to change his ways, but I know that this is going to be Liam Gray roaring back, like, with fury at me and whoever else. Let's listen.
I think that we need to not talk for 1 month. Because you keep bringing this shit up, and you know for a fact that this shit isn't resolved or over, and it's going to take about 6 years in a court case for everything to be sorted out. This is a part of the process. This is part of the process. I don't want you to bring it up to me again. If you care about our friendship, do not bring it up to me again. Because I've tried explaining it to you. I would be happy to talk to you offline, but I'm sick of it coming up in my fucking chat. Okay? For the sake of our friendship, I'm asking you to stop shoving it in my fucking face. Because let me tell you straight, one last fucking time. Do you think my reputation is any worse? They're calling me a fucking pedophile. Where's your outrage over that? They're going to my friends, my family, my neighbors, my mother. Why were you never concerned about that? Why weren't you making a big stink about that, Chris? 10 years of friendship, dude, and this is what you keep bringing up? Why is it so important that these fucking internet people need to have their fucking paradigm affirmed? Is my reputation
Paradigm affirmed?
No, Chris. It's not. That's the fucking problem.
Wow.
That's why I'm
Eric
doing
Wimberg,
this.
thanks for gifting the membership.
Do you understand yet?
Oh, God,
Do you
Liam.
think this is any different to 4 years ago with John Delarose? No, it's the same thing. You want to know the difference? I didn't strike motherfuckers back then. I didn't pursue things through the legal system, which I should have done, which the police told me to do.
He's talking to somebody named Beckloff.
I was all worried, I shouldn't be striking people.
He's in our
don't want me
chat.
striking anyone, so I won't do it. And nothing changed.
Look what you
help
did,
me.
Shane.
So is my reputation better or worse? It's just the fucking same.
You did
Drag
strike
through
people
the
back then. You
fucking
struck
mud.
Nasser. You struck Mike S.
With
Miller.
people believing all sorts of heinous, horrible shit about me, and no one giving a fuck about the real me or my life. or what
Does
I
this
do or
make your
what I
paradigm
believe.
affirm? Says Spam Thropicorus. Yes, it does. It does.
And people
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
Up in arms and outrage. Oh, we tried to stop Liam. We tried to warn Liam. Oh. When they said sweet fucking nothing
Yeah, the
about
Royal
people
Oops.
accusing me of
Also.
pederasty and animal abuse and killing puppies.
I'm sorry, but I do find it comical that, like, when Liam is, like, raging, he's like, do you understand? They're accusing me of being a pedophile. And it, I mean, all that stuff, and killing animals. I mean, it's like, all right, everybody gets called a pedophile on the internet. You know what I mean? It's like, people either call you a Nazi or a pedophile. That is true. And you just kind of go, yeah, all right, whatever. If you're not a pedophile, it's not really. If you're not a pedophile, you just go, shut the fuck up. And that should be it. You don't go, oh my God, they're calling me a pedophile. It's ridiculous. You know, it just is ridiculous. And then the killing puppies thing is hilarious. That was a long time ago, where people were accusing Liam of having puppies that had parvo, and he put them down because they had parvo. And Liam denies that vociferously. I don't know what the truth is. I don't really care, but it was a long time ago. And it's funny that he's still mad about it.
They trade my imagined sins around like they're fucking rare cards.
This is true. Straight out of Innsmouth. I don't even I don't even know what that is, man. Oh my God. That freaked me out when I saw him talking about that. I was like, get the fuck away from us. Get away from us.
Fuck me.
You sit there and profile and talk about how you're really scared because you've got this Dropbox full of child porn. And and I'm just watching this like, well, I'm sorry, what? Oh my God, what? What are you saying? Get away from us. Like, how many more pedophiles are we going to have to put up with? You know what I mean? Like, we had Vic King. We had, what's his name? Slick Jimmy. Like, do we need a third one? I guess 3 for comedy's sake. I guess there should be a third one. Here's Lobo Vicious, who's a big Liam. Listen, Lobo, I see you in his chat pumping him up, man. Feed that Liam derangement syndrome, Ethan. You think that this is derangement? Lobo Vicious, just you and me for a second. You think that my commentary about Liam Gray indicates that some sort of derangement towards him? Are you fucking deranged? Are you crazy? Are you paying attention? I mean, I just feel like at some point maybe you might have lost your way. Liam's very, very charming. He's very manipulative. He is. But if you actually step back and look at this shit, there's no such thing as Liam derangement syndrome. There's Liam is a lolcow, and there's a bunch of people, and maybe even more than that, and there's a bunch of people who are amused by him. Nobody's deranged. People aren't like spitting mad and full of hatred over Liam. They just find him to be comical. That's all. See, it's different. When you're Trump deranged, you hate Trump. You want to destroy Trump. When you have EVS derangement syndrome, you hate me. You want to destroy me. Those are real things. Nobody wants to destroy Liam. Liam wants to destroy the people laughing at him. You see the difference? All right. I hope you do. I hope you're reasonable, but who knows? You could have EVS derangement syndrome. Go ahead, Liam. Talk. Lean on me when you're not strong. Oh, he's being
Liam,
quiet.
You can't control what people think of you. I've told you that for ages. You're right. The whole world can think I'm a piece of shit and a monster, and there's nothing I can do to change it.
Nobody thinks you're a
talked
monster.
all about that at the beginning.
They think you're a piece of shit, though. Yeah.
What now?
Nah, I don't hate you, says Lobo. Shut up, Lobo. I hate you. I'm just kidding. I don't hate you. I have Lobo Vicious derangement syndrome now.
I don't want you to yes man me. Just don't fuck around with me, man.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. I know your opinion. I value your friendship, and it hurts me that this is where things are at.
Right.
And you are constantly bringing it up, which is hurting my feelings. And that's gay, isn't it? You're one of my best friends of 10 years.
Lobo Vicious derangement syndrome. Let's go.
And you're saying you're sticking up for me, but like literally they're threatening to murder my fucking kid. And you're
Lobo Vicious. Hold on a second. Did you hear what he just said? See, before it was, they're calling me a pedophile, okay? And that was like, all right, so that didn't work. Like, people kind of shrug at that these days. Now it's literally they're threatening to murder my kid. You see what I'm saying? You see how crazy that is? Who's threatening to murder his kid? Who did that? Have you heard of that? And if somebody was threatening to murder his kid, he should lead off with that. Like in his list of complaints about what's going wrong, like his enemies, he should say, at this point, it's gotten so crazy. We're receiving threats of they want to murder my daughter. Let me show you the threats, and you tell me what you think, and then we need to have a discussion, this community, about what's going wrong and what we should do about it as a community, as a family. But he doesn't say that. He just blithely throws out, at this point, they're threatening to murder my kid, because that's the worst thing that could come into his head at that moment. Now, if you're an idiot, you listen to him and you go, my God, man, these people, why? Why they're threatening to murder his kid? Nobody's threatening to murder his kid. Nobody's threatening to murder his kid, okay? All right, that's not going to work either, so let's get more extreme, Liam.
Worried about YouTube strikes. The police can't do their job.
They poison me towns
unless
well.
I process claims.
That's funny.
And it's out of my hands now. It's being managed by the fucking E-Safety Commission and other people. I'm not even doing shit. It's all done by
hold on a
them
second.
and robots.
According to who, Ethan? About what? What are you asking about? According to who, Ethan? Nobody's threatening to murder his kids. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say, according to me, nobody's threatening to murder his kids. Not in any real way. He might look into it. I think he's upset because somebody made a cartoon of his kid drowning in the quicksand with him. And he's taking that as a murder threat. But what it actually was a little cartoon about how Liam is a negligent parent, which is an argument that one could make. He did put out a video where he lost his daughter at the age of 3 at the shopping mall. And he had to run probably like 2 city blocks down the mall corridor in order to find his little girl. He took his eyes off her and she was gone. Oh my God, where did she go? There's something there. There's another thing. Him screaming in the car. Liam might be like a negligent parent. He might be. It's a matter of opinion. It depends on how you feel. But is anybody responding to that by threatening to murder his kid? I seriously doubt it. I think that was staged. Why would that be staged, Grim Jim? Why would he stage that? I mean, why in the world would he? What would be the point of that? He yelled at his wife all the way out of the mall, blamed her for it. He said, "Oh my God."
Now. And it should have been done fucking years ago. It should have been done years ago.
All right, Lobo.
I
Lobo
was so
Vicious.
worried about fucking it getting worse because of people spreading. It's going to get worse. Feeling it's going to get worse.
Lobo Vicious. Now who's assuming? He says, "Please put on your thinking cap. You receive threats that somebody's going to murder your children. Do you ever stop talking about that? When you go online, if you're going to go online and complain about things, are you going to complain about how people are accusing you of threatening Katie with a knife anymore? Are you even going to bring that up? Or is it going to be nonstop talking about the fucking psycho who's threatening to murder your kids? Does that make sense to you? None of it makes any sense. He just puts out these people call me a pedophile. Who? Who's calling you a pedophile? People are threatening to murder my kid. If you don't like that, that's what they're doing. Oh, yeah? First I've heard of that. What are you talking about? You would endlessly be talking. If that happened to me, that's what I'd be like, listen, I'd either get off the internet. That'd be the first choice. But assuming I didn't get off the internet, I'd be talking to you guys about that right now, and I'd be showing you the threats. And we'd be talking about the threats. And I'd be getting it on the record. Okay? That's how normal people behave.
I got people trying to murder my fucking family, and I'm terrified that it getting worse is going to be like
now it's family.
Groups of people trying to fucking kill my family or something.
Now he's got groups of people coming to kill his family. Not just his daughter, but his whole family. Let me see. Lobo Vicious says, I get what you're saying, but Lobo Vicious, you got to wake up, dude. but making assumptions along the way for a laugh is gay talk. No, gay talk is gay talk is, hi, I'm Liam Gray. Hello, I'm Liam Gray. I want to suck your penis. That's gay talk. Okay, and Liam doesn't say that, but that would be gay talk. There's nothing gay about going using your brain, okay, and going, this doesn't sound right. Okay, this doesn't sound right to me. It doesn't make any sense at all. Thank you. I'm definitely getting sick. This sucks. Excuse me, guys.
Because I'm thinking, what's worse than this? And now I know there is no worse than this. This is as bad as it gets.
Cliff, you saying, I want to suck your penis. Yeah.
So yeah, everyone's got a right to lie and shit all over my business, my work, my fucking efforts, my name, my reputation.
Again, he is saying that somebody tried to or threatened to murder his daughter. And he's not talking about that anymore. He's talking about his complaint is that people are shitting all over his name and his reputation. Who cares? If somebody's threatening to murder your daughter, shitting all over your name and reputation, that's the least of your worries, right? You see what I'm saying? Is it starting to become clear to you at all, Lobo Vicious, what's going on here? Because I see you over in his chat. That's gay talk. You over there like, I don't know why Ethan's like this, but I mean, listen. Stop supporting this bullshit. Stop it. Liam needs to go fucking cold turkey with this nonsense. It's ridiculous. And if you used your brain and turned your brain on, you would see.
They've got a right to come into my home. They got a right to fucking stand on my fucking front fucking deck with a weapon and film my fucking
Who's
daughter
doing that?
and my fucking wife through the window. They got the right to do all of that. I was wrong for.
So now somebody is standing on his front porch with a weapon, filming his wife through the window. Again. Who did that? When? Where's the proof?
Forever saying otherwise.
You don't like that? He'll come up with something worse. You don't feel sorry for him yet? Here comes the next thing. You think it's Mo Biggs
Does
doing that?
anybody like JDA? It doesn't matter if they like JDA. Because all the shit that he's saying is stuck to me to this fucking day. Because they hate me. Or at least their idea of who I am.
That's the Avos doing that. Yeah, it probably is. I like what he just said there. He said, they hate me, or at least the idea of who I am. That's an Eric July thing, where Eric goes, you know, they build up like this idea of who I am. And that's who they hate. They don't hate the real me. They hate this idea of who I am. No, I hate you. Anubis 800 says, I did buy a McCain salty caramel cake, Uncle E. So good. Nice. Okay, here we go. They don't know the real me.
And it makes me angry when, like...
Hold on a second. Weren't you the one who believed all this and wanted to help him and support him? No, I never believed the word he said about any of this shit. I just read his book and liked it and wanted him to focus on his book and stop lying to people. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him to be in Comicsgate Kings, be a part of Comicsgate Kings, focus on his book, stop doing whatever this is. Stop lying to people, stop creating bizarre victim narratives. I mean, what? Seriously, they put bombs in our house. They're trying to destroy our house with bombs. Now, what's next? How much worse can it get? Who's doing this? And he's complaining about trolls on the internet. It's just trolls on the internet making fun of him, doing a show every night about how retarded he is. And it's become in his head, it's become like a murder plot. So no, at no point did I ever believe anything Liam said about anything. I've always said Liam is a liar. He lies. But he has put out some good comics. I'm not sure to what degree he worked on them, but he did put them out. And he should focus on doing that. It's more than Eric ever did.
Well, I don't know if angry is even the right word. It frustrates me greatly when all these people are like, oh yeah, it's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing. They're all just like, yeah, I know there's nothing. All I can do is go through the legal channels.
Katie
That's
did
it.
space lasers pointed at his house.
That's
Says Beckloff. This is you trying to talk sense to him. There's Anna.
That's
hey,
it.
Anna.
That's all I can do. Because I've been defamed. Like, I've been defamed.
Defamed.
It's not like a little fucking thing. It's not like, oh, it's Liam, you brought it all on yourself.
Yep.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no?
No, I didn't.
Well, I mean, probably not the attempts to murder your entire family. Like, how could you bring that on yourself? You got a Colts, you got the Manson family trying to kill your whole family. I agree with you. You probably didn't bring that on yourself. But yeah, the mild internet ribbing, yeah, you did probably bring that on yourself.
It has been brought upon me. And I know that because I've had to go through therapy for it for about fucking 4 years. Since the first time I got out of fucking hospital for the suicide. So I know it's not my fault.
He joined Comicsgate Kings.
I still blame myself and it eats at me and it fucks with me. It's a constant fucking battle. But I know logically and rationally it's not my fault. Other people are doing this. This is not normal.
I agree.
Other people aren't having their personal information traded around between large groups of people. Other people are having people orchestrating to come to their fucking home and mess with
shunning
their
and
kids are
assumptions
and
of
shit.
EBS. Lobo,
Everyone
you're a
has
clown.
right to
You're
shit
the
on you.
clown,
Yes,
Lobo.
everyone has a right to come to your house.
You're the
No.
clown.
Those are two separate things.
Clown
Why
world,
do you
Lobo.
jump
Lobovich is from
together?
Clown World.
Because the people that are shitting on me are all involved with the people that are sending people here. They make the content.
People are sending people here. Yeah, yeah. What? Let's explain that. You know about Riley wanting to come over and put a sticker on your house? That's literally all he wants to do is put a sticker on your house, dude. That's his goal.
For the mentally ill fuckwits that they then send here.
Mentally ill fuck.
That's the problem. This isn't another YouTuber doesn't like Liam's shirt.
Okay, John.
This is people going, we can make money off this.
Yes.
There's this group of about 30 to 40 people that are obsessed with him and will pay large sums of money
Hey, Anna.
to have
Ethan, where the hell are the draw
and
streams?
fuck with him so that they can sit there in Discords.
I'll bring him back.
They have a
None of you niggas are Chuck Dixon.
And then they send people here. And the more
Liam's
spurgouts
still
they
yelling.
get, the happier they fucking
Liam
are.
just yells,
So the more
man.
people that
That's all he does. Imagine tuning into this to be like, I'm a Liam Gray fan. Imagine unironically tuning into Liam to just hear him shout like this at you with all these weird invented accusations. And I haven't done too many draw streams because I feel like the stuff that I'm drawing is kind of secret, but it's not because I'm sharing it as soon as it's done. So, I probably should turn on the camera. The other thing is it is so much easier to draw with the camera off. But I make money when the camera's on. So, I mean, camera off, I can focus, get into my work. Camera on, I have to pay attention to the chat and talk while I draw. So obviously it's easier to do it with the camera off, but I do draw streams. I make like $200 per draw stream. I really should be doing that. Yurashi Mataro says, you think his therapy is watching Good Will Hunting? I don't know what his therapy is, man. I don't know what he's talking about. What's going on here? Right. Lamau, nobody would pay money to troll Liam. I don't know. I might pay a little money. When is Anna and John making up for when Anna stabbed John in the back? Oh my God. Yeah, I don't think Anna stabbed John in the back. I think Cecil did. He did too. But I don't think John looks at it that way. All right, here we go.
Hate me, the more fucking happy they are.
He watches It's
Isolate
Not Your
me from
Fault
everyone
scene
else.
over and
I've
over.
got no
Oh, yeah, okay.
support, talk mad shit, lie about me, criminal accusations, like again saying that I was threatening Katie with that fucking knife.
Yeah, like if I set up a GoFundMe to like troll Liam, how much would you kick in? Like Liam is saying people will pay to troll me, and at first I was like, no, I wouldn't, and then I thought about it and I went, no, I would pay a little bit to troll Liam. I mean, not a lot. I'm not kicking in $1,000, but like $100, I might. What would you guys pay in the chat if there was a GoFundMe to troll Liam? And there won't be because we don't, we know their terms of service. But like, would you throw a little money in there to troll Liam? Do something. I don't know what it would be. I would like to have, you know what I would like? I would like to pay for a whole flight of drones. You know what I mean? Because he says drones watch him. I'd like to order a bunch of drones to spell "Hi Liam" in the night sky over his house. I don't know what that would cost, but like if I could hire a bunch of drones, because they do that now. Like they'll put Darth Vader in the sky made out of drones. So I don't know why I couldn't just have enough drones that would just say "Hi Liam" or "Hi Liam" right above his house. Serious Man says, how's the Kings United book coming along? Or is that still a thing? I'm looking forward to For the Fans Fest. October is fast approaching. I know, isn't it exciting? Kings United book, I don't know, man. I don't know if anybody's excited about it. I mean, maybe now that Joe Bennett is here. Joe Bennett joining the Kings, like, really shot some adrenaline into there. Like, everybody's excited to have Joe Bennett with us. And he belongs with us. He should never have been a Rip-A-Verse. Andy Montemayor says, maybe you could send Liam to Dr. Peterson. I wouldn't do that to him. He's not feeling well. He's not feeling well. Maryland 2005 says, that's nasty, Ethan. Why is it nasty? Bunch of drones up in the sky saying, hi, Liam. That would be the perfect practical joke. It wouldn't hurt him. It feeds into his paranoia. It would be funny. The Beckloff says, all joking aside, Liam is my friend, but friends say what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Then you are a rare friend of Liam's, because Liam wants to surround himself with people who will uphold his paranoia, his narcissism, and his self-destructiveness. That's what Liam wants. That's awful. It's really awful. I wish I could be Liam's friend and tell him what to do. How about the drone spell out sex, but with a C, says Travis Parks. It puts sex in the sky. Ethan took food out of Vinny T's mouth, says Job of the Cuck. Yeah. The anti-Semite, who, Jordan Peterson? You think he's an anti-Semite? Maybe he is. I don't know. I when I think about Jordan Peterson, I don't think about anti-Semite. I mean, maybe I'm just more hardcore than you, Mark. But I've actually seen some real anti-Semites now, and I don't think Jordan Peterson's one of them. I've seen some actual Nazis now, Mark. It's ridiculous. 200 Watt Studio says, what about gnomes in the sky for Liam? Gnomes in the sky? What is the gnome thing? The drone should spell out, Oi, Troy. Oi, Troy. So what led to Joe joining Kings? I'm behind. So his friend Alan Goldman is in Kings right now. He's a fantastic artist, Alan Goldman. And he's working on his book. And Joe is basically Joe used Alan as kind of an inroads to talk to me. And he didn't need to. He could have just reached out. But Alan kind of hooked us up. And we had a conversation. And Joe is unhappy at Rip-A-Verse and wants to go solo. Okay, and let's just say that everything that I've been saying about Rip-A-Verse is pretty much correct. Okay, and Joe is joining us. Joe is part of Comicsgate Kings, which is very exciting. So he's going to be doing his own book. Right now, he's going to be doing a little bit of Cyberfrog stuff to begin with. Everybody jumped on him, of course. Like, everybody's like, I'm going to hire you. I'm like, no, guys. I'm going to hire him first. So, yeah, Victory Lap. Very exciting. Hooray. Poor Chuck, who's drawing his books now. I don't know if Chuck is still going to stay at Rip-A-Verse. Because, I mean, I just don't know. I don't know if he is. Chuck is coming to For the Fans Fest. Coming to For the Fans Fest is like to Eric July. I think that's how that will be received. So Chuck coming there, it's a big deal. Joe, I think Joe wanted to come to For the Fans Fest too, so we'll have to ask him if he wants to be there. But we're gonna help him out. We got to get Comicsgate moving. We got to get some blood flowing. You know what I mean? By blood, I mean money. We got to get money flowing through Comicsgate. So that's what Back Me Bro is all about. That means I got to do more Comicsgate streams. We got to get Anna, that Star Wars girl, involved. Maybe Cecil, get him back.
Anyone can watch the video and see I'm not. But it doesn't matter. The truth doesn't matter because we're going to punish you anyway.
Oh, you meant Joe Bennett. Wasn't Joe fired from Marvel for putting anti-Jewish Easter eggs in his art? There's also a history of him doing other stuff like that. Yeah, I think so, and that's hilarious. I don't know if it's true or not. There was another artist, Aiden Saif or whatever his name was. What was that guy's name? He actually did do that. He was like Muslim. He put a bunch of anti-Israel shit in his X-Men comics. Yeah, I would definitely hire him too. That's hilarious. We don't discriminate against people who have politics. Adrian Saif. I wonder where he is now. I want to pick up these talented people who've been canceled unjustly for their super right-wing politics, man. It's fucking awesome. Who cares? Like, at the end of the day, who cares? All that really matters is, are the comics good? Comics are good. So, CG Live needs to come back. CG Kings should go back to old format if you don't want to draw. Hold on. Mark says it's hilarious. Yeah, it is funny. It is funny to hide anti-Semitic messages in X-Men or, whatever it was. That is funny. Why? I don't know. I like hiding messages. I like hiding weird things in comics. I don't agree with them. I'm not anti-Semitic at all, but I don't care if somebody else is. You know what I mean? I'm not racist, but I don't care if somebody else is. That's the difference between me and a liberal. That Star Wars girl says it's hard enough doing the 2 streams I do a week. I got to go to physical therapy now. Oh, you poor girl. That's Star Wars, Mom. You just take care of that little baby. Being anti-Semitic isn't politics, says fake wife. What is it, a lifestyle? I don't care either way. Tomato, tomato. All right, here we go.
Exact words.
You should be
We're gonna
racist.
touch your life. It's the motto of their.
I'm not
fucking
racist.
Disco
I can't be racist. I'm racist against Eric July, though. I really dislike him, and it's like I don't know why. He's the first guy that I've ever been like the way he looks frustrates me. It makes me angry. First black person that I've ever been like the way he looks makes me angry. Is underbite and everything, and the weird tangly beard. But I like black people mostly. I think. I got to think about it. I don't know. I don't think about racist shit. Although I do think about the N-word. I must admit.
It's the Discord server. We will touch you in German.
Semi-racist. All right,
is their fucking? They've got their own flag. I'm not gang stalk.
What is Liam? I'm not even listening to Liam. I'm not even listening to his words.
Money.
What is he doing?
Hundreds of fucking dollars at a time to these YouTubers to make this content so that they feel justified in their obsessive fucking stalking.
I go on the Jesse Lee Peterson podcast. I'd love to. Yeah.
Videos of me because they've got an opinion on me or they believe what they say or it's their political speech.
Right.
They are defaming me and misrepresenting my character, who I am, my life.
Well, I don't know, man. Liam, I'll tell you what I said yesterday. You're like, they're doing this to make money, and I said yes. See, the difference between them and you is that they figured out how to monetize you, and you haven't. You don't make money. You sit there and complain about how you would be spending more time with your wife, except you've got to do live streaming. And it's like I pointed out yesterday that you made $5 for 3 hours of live streaming. That's $1.33. So no, $1.66 an hour that you got paid $1.66 an hour, that you would rather take $1.66 an hour than go spend time with your wife. So on the other hand, you got Stimulated Cynic and the boys of FFS podcast, and they make lots of money on you. I wonder how much. Let me take a look. They make lots of money making fun of you. And there's a reason for it. Like, there's a reason. Is it the FFS podcast? Let me look that up and see if that's a thing. Or is it under Stimulated Cynic? Let me look at that. Stimulated Cynic. I don't even know. No, there's zero. What is that channel called that they do FFS on? Yeah, FFS. What is there? Is it just called FFS? Ozards Creation says no one here is making money. That is true. We do need to make more money. FFS cast. Okay, let me do that. FFS cast. One word. Okay, we got it. Let's just take a look and see what kind of cash these boys are making. Let's pocket watch. So Liam, when they made $363 yesterday on you, $134 today, $295. That's again an average of about $300 a stream. Every time Stimulated Cynic makes fun of you, he makes about $300. Rare exceptions, shorter streams, but about $300 for the most part. It looks like it's actually building. It's not shrinking. It's actually increasing in fundraising. I'm sorry. So that's why he does what he does, and that makes sense to me.
My business, my parenting, they are contacting government agencies and filing false police reports, false ambulance reports, endless bullshit, contacting child services. They are sending private photos of my teenage girl from when she was 14 years old and fucking my wife. All
They're
around
fucking
like
your wife.
Rare fucking trading cards with one another.
They're fucking your wife. Like, that's... I didn't know they were doing that. Which one of them is fucking your wife? Urashima Taru says FFS is experiencing inflation. Yeah, they're doing real well. I mean, I can't hate on them for that.
Teenage girl from when she was 14 years old and fucking my wife.
I mean, that's crazy. I didn't know that they were fucking Liam's wife. Guys, if you're fucking Liam's wife, could you stop? That's crazy. That is not right that you do that. I don't know if I heard that correctly.
Girl from when she was 14 years old and fucking my wife.
Yeah, that's not right. So not only are they sending death threats to Liam's kid, but they're also fucking his wife. Pavel Chekhov says, stop it. What? Stop what? I'm just replaying his own words. Libovich says, shunning for the laughs. It is funny. Gotta admit. That's pretty desperate, says Too White. All right, let me hear more of this.
All around like they're rare fucking trading cards with one another and shit talking my fucking wife and child.
My fucking wife and child. Does fucking have to be every other word in your vocabulary, in your speech? Do you have to say fucking all the time? Like, that's a real problem, because then you'll end up saying weird stuff like my fucking wife and child. That's crazy.
To encourage harassment. They are contacting my neighbors. They are contacting my work colleagues. They are contacting my friends from high school. And when they run out of everything else, they're fabricating entire erotic fan fictions about me and putting them out. And then people are blaming me for this group of people.
Yeah. I like the erotic
Katie
fan fiction
deserves
thing.
to be struck because she coordinated with other YouTubers and other people to make more, in her words, Liam.
Erotic fan fiction of Liam.
She went to other communities outside of our space and she sent them edited clips.
I am not encouraging erotic fan fiction about Liam, but maybe I should. What would the prize be? Like we could make it a contest, writing contest, and then have a prize. Illustrated would be even better. So if you wanted to use a little AI, that'd be fun.
To play on their shows to misrepresent what was going on and lied to them about the. July coming at me when I said, "Stop! You've got 24 hours, or I'm going to take action. I want an apology and your word. You're going to stop this. Leave me alone." Right. Her and her co-host said, "I'm not going to do anything. I'm a pussy." And then Riley, who is her co-host, who was running the show with her,
well, then you definitely should have done it.
And he said that he was involved in the stalking that was going on here, that they had boots on the ground, and he was connected to the 12 days fucking threat.
Boots on the
It's all
ground.
connected together, right? The kiss your daughter goodbye bullshit. He said he's got.
I actually
people-
asked
he's had people-
Risey about that. I said, what was that kiss your daughter goodbye thing? P. Callan says, I posted the first in-depth spoiler-free review of Inglorious Rex 3 on Twitter. What a comic. Really good, right? Liam wrote an email to FFS pretending to be his childhood sweetheart to get them to stop bullying him. Everything he says is a lie. It's pathetic. I did see that. That was hilarious, says Skeleton Core Comics. Yeah, he just lies all the time.
Coming by, taking photos of our house and putting them on fucking Twitter. They are following all of the accounts doing this. She is platforming the people doing this. When Risey Lee made violent threats against my fucking 4-year-old daughter, the very next day, as a reward for him doing that, she brought him onto her show and talked about how great he is and promoted him to her entire audience.
Risey Lee is pretty great. I like that
They
guy.
won't stop. Liam Deranged Syndrome won't stop. Liam can do as he pleases on his channel by either venting, fighting the misinformation, or calling out lies. Gay up.
Lobo Bishop says, they won't stop. Liam Derangement Syndrome won't stop. No, this is deranged. I'm surprised that, like, you can't tell, you don't know what derangement is. This is derangement. Liam's behavior is deranged. Liam can do as he pleases on his channel, yes, by either venting, fighting misinformation, or calling out lies, if that's what you want to call it, but he's not doing any of those things. Gay ops and propaganda. It's all fine. And then in response to that, like, other people can look at what Liam's doing and then make fun of it, take it apart, point out his lies. And that's going to make Liam come back and do, like, more crazed, angry shit like this. It's just the way it works. It's a cycle. I don't think it's the other people who are deranged. Like, they don't have really any skin in the game. Like, making fun of Liam, there's no investment in that. That's just money. It's just fun entertainment. Liam's the one who's deranged because he does have skin in the game, and he's acting like this.
And propaganda. Yeah. So that's why. And I said I would talk to you about this in private and
cycle
show
of
you
Liam.
stuff, but you're bringing it to my fucking show again. So are you my friend, Chris? 10 years? You want to put a knife on my back? You want to find your carve out your fucking spot?
What are you supposed to do with this?
You want to put a knife in there too? Then maybe you can shit all over me and maybe they'll super chat you and they can all be your best fucking friend. Because we could have talked about this in private. I would have showed you stuff. Like I said, I'll show you stuff in private. But here you are bringing it up on my fucking show. I'll tell you what Katie deserves. Sweet fucking nothing is what Katie deserves.
Katie deserves sweet fucking nothing.
Not my time, not my energy, not my hatred, nothing.
Wow.
What part of multi-platform organized
It's a cycle, a Lobo vicious
do
cycle.
people not understand? This
Lobo
isn't
vicious.
just people trolling on the internet, bro.
Right.
That's not what I'm dealing with. It's 2 steps off fucking Drakenlord, for Christ's sake.
Wow.
I'm treated like I'm Christian or something.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
Yeah, you kind of are, dude. You are. You are. Literally. That's shocking. Hey, Bosch Foston, how are you?
Why do people talk about stuff they know nothing about? That's all they do. Katie definitely got what she deserved. She kept asking for it. Yeah, she had 24 hours. Oh, here we go. Look, I'm getting on. Hello, if you need help canceling another YouTuber, we can help. I don't need help with anything. Everything's being handled
That's war
by
campaign.
the proper authorities. Everything's being handled by the proper authorities. I'm not looking to cancel anyone.
What? You got to start canceling people, Liam.
You have people saying their life mission is to make sure I never have another day's peace.
So what? Ignore them.
They sit there.
You
for
won't have
hours
another day's peace.
every fucking day in the Discord server, scheming and scamming, going, what are we going to come up with today to fuck with Liam? What can we do today to fuck with him?
I can understand why. Look at the way you
what
react.
problems can we make for him?
Yes.
That's it. That's their whole life.
Yep.
And when they're not doing that, they're live streaming about me.
This is your whole life, though, Liam.
You know, like, they frame me for striking anyway, by the way. By the way, Beckloff.
You tried being a friend. I did try, yeah.
Frog Tony showed 2 fucking videos where these guys are going, we know Liam didn't strike us, but we're going to hold him to account anyway. Katie accused me of striking people 3 times. I showed my strike history and showed I hadn't done it. She still kept coming and accusing me of striking people.
I'd like to have one day's
Run with
peace,
that
period,
narrative.
in my
So I
life.
was already being held to account for doing it
I'm
anyway.
pretty used to not having a day's peace.
Well, how's anything any different?
It's ruining me life.
How's anything any different?
It's ruining me life.
It's not.
Oh my god. Oh, it's funny.
It's all the same.
Yeah, it is.
All these people think, oh, we're getting one over on Liam. It feels no different to 2016, 2017.
Oh, it just goes on.
What
and
I'm
on.
dealing with today is just different groups of faces. None of these people are special.
Liam, don't you have any shame at
None
all?
of these people are doing anything unique. They're just the
Do
latest.
you just
fucking
allow
puppets
yourself
to
to
the same
continue like fucking bleeding out of your mouth like this? Your mouth is a bloody
But I
vagina.
have faith in the judicial system.
You just sit there and
I have
just
faith that
continue
this
with
can get
this
sorted out
for hours.
legally,
It's ridiculous.
rightfully.
Yeah, it's just whining. I mean, you know, I know
I
he
don't want
thinks
anyone
it's
canceled.
he's being tough, but he's a whiner.
Beckloff should remember when I was a free speech absolutist. I didn't change my opinion willy-nilly. I didn't change my fucking stance just on a whim because I had a bad day one day.
Right.
I realized the tremendous damage that can be done through the use of propaganda and lies and the tools of social media to essentially assassinate people's characters,
Oh my
making
God.
them so fucking, you know, reprehensible in the eyes of the public.
This is Eric July
regardless
stuff.
of whether they're innocent. No longer is it innocent until proven guilty. It's now guilty until fucking proven innocent. And you can never prove you're innocent because nothing's ever good enough. Because they'll always shift the goalpost to hold you into a fucking account for things. Things you didn't say, things you didn't do. And now they've got the tools and devices they need to make you say anything they want you to say.
Nice.
People will believe it.
Why is he like this? Anything else, Liam?
If you're in the chat, Shannon and Katie deserved it. Fuck around and found out. Yeah.
Lobo Vicious. What is this?
Liam, you can get pissed off at me if you want.
Just
but
nonsense.
You're my friend. It would be easier to pat your ass and tell you that this is fine, but I don't think it is.
Liam defenders are indefensible.
There's nothing else, is there?
Lobo Vicious is here in the chat with us.
There's nothing else, is there? Is there? What else is there?
He loves Liam.
We have a sick group of people, a demented group of people who feed off the suffering that they cause me.
Yeah, they do. That is
Who
true. Literally
actively
true.
are trying to get me to kill myself.
They're
Their
not.
mission statement.
No,
who actively
they're not.
push into my life.
Patrick S.
Who
Tomlinson.
uses other people to create fucking drama and conflict in my life that I don't want. And if I was
Maybe.
working at a fucking at a comic store, and a dude kept coming in and screaming that I was a pedophile, and I called the cops on him and got him dragged out of the fucking store and charged him, would we be having the same conversation right now? Because that's the situation we're dealing with. If I had someone that was, standing right next to me, calling the local fucking police, and filing false police reports against what's going on and being said and what's happening, and that person got arrested for that and went to jail, would this be an issue? Is this just because it's YouTube?
Is that like a verbal tick?
Why are there no laws here?
Does Liam deliberately do that? Or is it like a verbal tick to say fucking all the time before everything? Like fucking is the only adjective he knows. Is it the fucking? It's enough already. You just listen to that and you're like poisoning your conversation with the F word, which the F word is a spice. It's a spice that should only be peppered in to appropriate situations so that it has proper power. When you finally use the F word, you say fucking or something like that, it should do something. It should mean something. It should be super emphasis. If you say fucking every other word, it means nothing. You just sound like a dumb asshole. It drives me nuts. Stop saying the F word, Liam.
Why can anyone do anything they want to me and my little girl and my wife and my home and my pets? Why do I have to pay thousands of fucking dollars in vet bills from fucking maniacs? Why do I have to fucking pay thousands and thousands of fucking dollars in ambulance bills because some motherfuckers misused the Crime Stopper service?
Who
Why
cares?
do I have to do that?
Because I said so.
Why
That's
is that
why.
on me?
Because
Why should I be upset about that?
Because you're upset
It's
about
just
everything.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah. You've got it, though. You're rich.
The fault is on me, though.
When he uses the F word, it loses all meaning unless you're fucking his
You know what
wife.
I'm talking about, Beck. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But a friend doesn't let a friend make mistakes uninterrupted. Well,
Yeah. Nice job, Beckdorf.
I appreciate it. We've known each other 10 years. You're one of my best mates online.
Nice job.
I just wish you talked to me about this privately instead of, again, bringing me up here in front of the whole chat to humiliate me. That's what it feels like, just to humiliate me. To say, look, I don't agree with you. Great. Cool. Thank you.
Cool.
I told you this whole thing was worth getting in. It wasn't worth getting into 8 years ago. Yeah, and you're right. And I've told you were right. And I said earlier in this stream, I wish I didn't. But I can't undo the past, Chris. What am I supposed to do now?
I don't know.
Because I can't build a time machine. You're right. Is that what you want to hear? I've told you before.
Wow.
You're right. I shouldn't have gotten involved.
Yes.
I tried to make something good.
You tried to save comics.
And it destroyed my life.
It destroyed my
I never needed
life.
to work another day in my fucking life. All of my hard work, all of my money, all my time. I lost friendships.
Yeah.
I lost work colleagues. Everything.
He's gonna cry. Oh my God! Don't cry.
For what? to be the public fucking enemy and punching bag of a bunch of fucking hateful weirdos.
Yeah. He's
Because
about to cry, yeah.
I cared about the fans like a fucking idiot.
I cared about the fans like a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, but he is funny.
JM said, pass it along. I try and pass it along.
Yeah.
And this is the price I pay. And now my little girl's got to grow up with it. And there's nothing I can do.
Well, you
There's
got to
nothing
get
I
off
can
the
do
internet.
to protect my family.
He is going to cry. He is crying.
Anything else, it was real life, I could just fight it. I could just fight.
Put your
But
fists
I'm
up.
powerless as a fucking child here. Is that what you want to hear?
This guy's
I got
50 years
nothing
old.
to do but go to teacher because everything else has failed.
And he
I can't
sounds like
fight.
an 18-year-old.
I can't make peace. I can't defend myself in any way. And they just get worse and worse and worse and drain more and more money out of me every fucking week with no accountability or responsibility for anything they say or do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now what?
Midnight, take it easy. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'll catch you later, Lobo. I'm going to go to sleep myself.
Good night.
No, I'm not. I'm going to wait for my girls and have lunch, but I'm going to go.
Wow.
It's like,
Boss,
I'm dealing with satanic evil
Croyd.
shit. I'm not dealing with normal fucking online internet shit. It's like fucking. I don't know why no one else can fucking see it.
They can't. Liam, we can see it way more clearly than you can. You know what I mean? Like I understand that you're suffering, but your suffering is all caused by you. I'm laughing because it's like none of this is necessary. You turning yourself inside out into pretzels and stuff. This all could have been avoided if you just did what I said. If you just obeyed your Uncle Ethan, everything would have been okay. If you humbled yourself and said, Ethan knows what's best. I should just listen to Ethan. After all, he's presenting me with this rare opportunity that nobody else would ever do. Yeah, I should just listen to Ethan. And if you had done that, you wouldn't be oi Croyd right now. You wouldn't be talking about how your fucking life is ruined. I mean, it is funny the crazy pseudo macho fucking turning yourself inside out. You're like a slug in salt right now. It's very funny. You don't need to be that way. It didn't need to be this way. You just needed to behave yourself, and you just refused to do it, and that's why we are where we are. Liam, Discord server was a circus, says EMS. Does it still exist? I'm talking to some people who were in the server, and I'm like, shame on you. What were you doing in there? Let me see. E, are you no longer Liam's Uncle Ethan? No, I'm everybody's Uncle Ethan. So, I'm not like that mad at Liam. I'm just, he's an idiot and a liar. But, I don't hate him,
Blames me. Well, I do. It's because it's easier to blame me than see the fucking truth and have to make hard choices. That's it. Goodbye.
Good boy. Good boy. Oh,
All right,
no.
guys, we're still in the cruise. We have
Good boy, Liam. Yeah, it's true. And all of that was a reaction to my live stream about the way he was talking to Shane Davis, talking about Shane Davis yesterday, which I thought was completely inappropriate and out of line. And Liam should have known better. But he's built up this whole big victim narrative in his mind, where he's pushing himself to his own self-destruction. His best friends can't help him. I can't help him. You can't help him. Ethan's not mad, just disappointed, says Hiroshima Taro. 100%. Beckloff says, I really don't think I was unfair to him. No, you were speaking the truth to him as a friend, which is why he reacted the way that he did. I'll only accept you as Uncle Milli Vanilli, says Cody SVS. Cody S versus the net. That's fair. I like that. Okay, guys, that's it for tonight. It's 4 a.m. Let's get a little rest, and we'll see each other tomorrow, bright and early, for an art stream. You guys ready to draw? Well, you draw, ID. I did. I always try. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thanks for being here with me. Like I said, I'll see you in the morning after I get a little rest, and we will do a draw stream just like Anna says. We listen to Anna. Anna's a great YouTuber. She knows what she's doing. So sleep well, everybody. Good.
There's a battle ahead, many battles are lost, but you'll never see the end of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win. Now I'm towing my car. There's a hole in the roof. My possession calls me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tales of war and waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they come to build a wall between us. We know they won't win.
Holy shit.